Wow.
Starting from 1300 BC to 16 and 17, 18, whatever. But they all were. They came from Iran.
Actually, I'm thinking of staying here 6 months because all the projects
I'm not a socialite, but whenever I'm socializing, I'll call you.
you always say that, you never do.
I'm never here. He comes to know that I'm leaving, he will just kill me.
How does he know? No, I'm
But
meeting
because
Rakesh
he'll
at
be there
3 at
actually,
his
I'll
office.
not be able to make it before 3.
I'm
I'll
meeting.
send somebody with the CD to Rakesh's office. He'll give it to you.
Oh, a long time ago. Okay, when you see any airplane, just stop because this is recording and I'm going to put a lot of stuff in the interview. Okay? No, in front of the camera, are you kidding? That's why I put pants on, otherwise I would be with my shorts. Really, especially that it's going everywhere.
But your ship is short, so it goes with the location, beach side.
Yeah, in this weather, this is ridiculous, but it's going to Iran, it's going to Afghanistan, it's going everywhere. Middle East, you're kidding me?
They'll take out fatwa.
Then they would hate me. No, they would think differently about me. Okay, should, ready? Sounds okay? Everything good? Anurang Basu.
Lida.
One more time, pleasure.
Pleasure, my pleasure too.
So this time I came to your town, Mumbai.
Yeah. How you enjoying Mumbai?
Now that I meet you, can I say I'm not enjoying? Look at this. This is Mumbai. This is Mumbai. And this is his town. Anuji,
Yeah.
what's going on in your life? You're a very busy man these days.
Yeah, very busy.
You cannot find Anurang Basu anymore. He is booked, sold out.
Yeah, I've been busy doing a lot of TVCs and commercials and advertising and not movies as such. I'm just, my movies are going to start post-monsoon, not before that.
Well, you're a very busy man. You've been always busy. I mean, your work has been always unique and different. And the most interesting thing is, for the first time, we're seeing this like a crossover production that is very interesting and everybody is so eager to see. It's kites. We like to know, how did you come up with this idea and why did you come up with this idea? What was it out there that triggered your heart or your mind?
Yeah, I was shooting for Metro. Mr. Rakesh Roshan happened to see Gangster and he saw it a year late in DVD. And then he called me and he said he loved the film and he asked me whether I have any story for Hrithik. And to be very frank, that time I didn't have any story for Hrithik and I was not even thinking to write a film with a star cast, big star, superstar. And I had another story which was like simple story with ensemble cast. So Mr. Rakesh Roshan gave me this idea. It was a very thin line. It didn't trigger anything inside me to start writing. I didn't figure out how I will write a whole screenplay out of it for the whole film. Then slowly one day when I had this idea about cross-culture thing, and then I thought maybe when Hrithik is there, I should take advantage of Hrithik Roshan being there in the film. And this was the first time I had acted in my mind before writing the film. It never happened like that because every time I write and then cast. So here Hrithik Roshan was there in my mind. So I really thought he's the guy who has an international appeal. He can appeal to audience larger than Indian audience. So might as well write a story which will have a larger appeal.
What is it?
I think still it's very dark.
Can you sit? You guys are in Hollywood.
Rolling, ma'am.
And you don't do nothing. Yes. Rolling. Where was I? Rolling. Okay, hold on.
Don't.
Are we doing this all over again?
Yeah.
From the beginning? Okay.
Good.
Okay, we're gonna. Not move?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, don't move.
I can. You know me. I'm a move. We can't. Don't do that to me. Can you just go back? I mean, don't bring it so close. You don't have to.
No, it's mid. This is perfect.
Because I have to move. I can't. I don't want him to feel like he's just stuck like that.
Okay, no problem.
Okay?
Rolling.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Anurang Basu. It's a pleasure to have Anurang Basu, one of the most busiest directors, filmmakers in Bollywood, right here next to me at this real India. This is called India.
Yeah?
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good.
Nice seeing you again.
Thanks, Lida. Same here.
If you knew how long I've been waiting for this moment, because this gentleman you can never find. So finally,
You're
we
embarrassing
pinned
me,
him
Lida.
down. No, you're the one of the most wanted. He's the most wanted.
Because you're thinking because I don't answer your phone and I'm late in answering your phone. That's the reason.
No, he answers my phone, but he's always late.
I'm not late. I'm disorganized.
So tell me, Anurang Basu, you have done again another, actually, let's say, we say another different project, experimental project, and for most people it's scary. People are scared. Most of directors, filmmakers are scared to do these things, but again, you've done it and looks fantastic, and we're talking about, obviously, everybody knows kites. So how did you come up with this idea? What happened? What triggered this talented brain to write the story of kites, and why did you do that?
Lida, always, I just never wanted to take a safe route. Always Bollywood and the film industry and the producers, they always tell you to take the safe route so that the film is safe. And I've always tried to defy the Bollywood rules and take an unsafe route, and it has worked with me before, So Kites is another story like that. But the idea was given to me by Mr. Rakesh Roshan, because when he asked me if I have a story for Mr. Hrithik Roshan, I didn't have anything, honestly. But I immediately started writing because, something, didn't trigger inside me. But suddenly one day, I had this idea about cross culture, and I was thinking maybe, I have this advantage of Hrithik Roshan being in the film. And it has never happened before, because always I've written stories and then I've gone for the casting. But this time, yeah, I had a casting given to me. I knew I'm writing something for Mr. Hrithik Roshan. And so I took advantage of that. I thought I think Hrithik is the only guy who has an international appeal, whose audience can be much more broader than just the Indian audience because of his persona and everything. So then I started writing this story, which is a love between two people, and a girl from Spain and a boy from India, and the same idea and the same plot and the same what Rakesh Roshan to get me actually just twisted and got these elements inside the cross culture thing inside the film. So I went and narrated the whole thing to Mr. Rakesh Roshan and Hrithik, and this ball started rolling. They wanted to do this film.
So the thing is, what you were just saying, that usually you write a script or you write your story and then go after the characters, right? And this time you had to write the story on Hrithik because you were asked to, and since it's international appeal and all that. But which one is easier, just to write the story, or is it better to know who you're writing it for, like to you as a writer?
It's always easy that you write it first.
Okay.
I think that's the scientific way of doing it. Just write the story and then go for the casting. But here it was the story, the idea by itself. Hrithik is a kind of versatile actor. Actually, can think any story and write any character, and Hrithik will fit into it.
Yeah.
So you don't have to really worry about casting Hrithik into any film, because you can write any character and you can pick Hrithik and you can put there and he will suit the character. And whether you're making a retired guy or making a deaf and dumb or a superhero, anything, he just fits in. So I think
it was an easy target, basically. Hrithik is an easy target to write for.
Yeah, it's very easy.
Either,
Yeah.
So, as a director and a filmmaker, working and making a film for another director and filmmaker, forget about being Mr. Rakesh Roshan. I'm just interested to know, for someone like you that I know for a long time, and the way you think and all that, how could you take a project that has a producer who is a director and a filmmaker? Wasn't it difficult?
You know what? Initially, I was a little apprehensive. I thought maybe I had always this question in my mind: why he's not making himself? Why he's taking me as a director? And
That means something.
yeah, I always, there was this question in my mind. I never took this project seriously because I thought maybe he's not very serious about it, and maybe this will not happen, because why he will take me as a director when he is a producer director himself? And I never got a right answer. I think you should ask him if you're taking his interview that why the reason, because I never got a correct answer.
I will.
And then I asked him one day, then he said he got really excited, and he with the screenplay and the interpretation of the story which I did, and he thought I'll do a better job of the film. I'm not very sad because he's a great director, and he has a brilliant track record of all the films with his son, and especially all our hits. So there's a huge responsibility because here is the family of a brother, two brothers and a son.
And a son.
And there's a hit combination. Rakesh Roshan, Rajesh Roshan, Hrithik Roshan. I am a fourth person inside that, triangle, in that triangle. And so it was a huge responsibility. But because he's a director himself, and so he knows the freedom a director needs while doing a film, because he's a director.
Yeah.
So he knows the kind of space a director needs to be given to the director to make a good film.
To create.
To create. So he knows that, and he has given me that space and freedom. And plus, he has made huge films, huge, big budget films. I've never done that before. So the experience was always there with me. He was always standing by, because I really didn't know if I'm going to call for a helicopter, whether I'm going to finish that work in one day. I said, sir, I need a helicopter to shoot this sequence. This sequence, that sequence. Whether he said he will not be able to finish in one day, you will take 2 days for that. And he was right. Actually, I couldn't finish it. He knew some practical problems which involves with the helicopter shooting a sequence, which I never knew. I never used a helicopter in any of my previous films. So there are a lot of things,
that helped the situation.
That helped the situation, helped me. I've learned a lot from him, during the making of the film. But yeah, we two both are very different kind of personalities. That made it very interesting. We two are very different kind of personalities, but our goals were the same to make a great film.
So you mean there was no clash?
No, there was no clash. But I think, there's a lot of stories in the media happening about our creative interference and all that thing. But we had a lot of discussions and arguments during the scripting of the film. Yeah, I think it's part of any creative process.
Yeah.
And it's very healthy, and you should have it during any filmmaking.
Exactly. So now comes you working with Hrithik. As you said, a lot of talks. And okay, basically the talk about Hrithik is how difficult it is to make him happy. So as a director, because I already had the interview with Hrithik, the way they praising your work, it was very interesting that it looked like there was a great relationship between you and Hrithik, and he was saying how you made this thing, you made him so comfortable. How do you do that? I mean, what happened? How was working with Hrithik? Is it really the way he's talking is true, or he was just trying to be nice? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I think, all this, even I had heard a lot of stories, before working with Hrithik, that he's very perfectionist and takes a lot of time. But, I think I'm very lucky from the first day, we had an amazing rapport. We had a great working relationship, and it's very rare. I never had this with any actor. If I'm thinking anything in my head, he will look into my eyes, he knew what exactly I want to say. Before I could say, Hrithik, I want this. So I think by the end of the film, there was amazing chemistry, and there was amazing, our wavelengths were absolutely, coinciding with each other, and he's an amazing actor. We just kept everything real, and, we just didn't wanted anything fake and unreal in the film. That's what I did. I didn't wanted any expression, any pauses, any look which is not coming from inside. And I just maintained that all throughout the film, and it's very easy to do that. Feeling and acting is easier than acting. So I think, and that's what all the actors did, and it was we just took it very easy. I'm not shooting. I'm not a crazy guy, perfectionist, and looking into details. I think
more into reality stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen you work, so it's interesting because most of the time directors change on the set. They become, mean and tough. But I've been there, and I really enjoyed watching because I've been on other sets. But when I was on Kite set and watching you guys working, I really, truly did enjoy that.
Yeah.
And hopefully in his next movie, maybe, I will say the same thing. I'm just kidding. So tell me, working with Barbara, someone who came to your life that didn't, I remember the first day that you guys were meeting, she couldn't even speak English.
Yeah, you were there.
I was there, and now she speaks perfect English. I mean, not perfect, but good enough.
Yeah.
And again, the same thing, praising you. And I was just wondering, how did you deal with her on the set? No Hindi, no English. What kind of language did you use for this woman?
It was really great because, you know what, I remember her the day we met with her,
Yeah.
the second day I was narrating. No, a day prior to that, I think I narrated her the film. And it was 4-hour long narration, Lida. It was 4.5 hour long narration.
Wow.
Me using a lot of hands while talking. and gestures and talking very slowly, trying to explain. She would get some things that she will not get. I have to rewind again, start narrating. But she would get each and every emotion of the film. You know, I could see tears in her eyes when
She couldn't get frustrated and all
yeah,
that.
and all that. And then I realized this is the film is all about. This is the love story, you know, about communicating with each other and trying to know. And while I was narrating, I was just keeping my finger crossed she should say yes because this is the girl I want. Before narrating her, I was not very sure. I had not met her personally, but that was the film all about.
No,
Yeah.
That's sweet. You know, even you.
Okay. It's okay.
clear. Don't tell anyone what we did.
Wait, wait, wait.
Okay, we're going to take it from here, okay?
Rolling.
I don't know.
Give the poor guy a minute. Don't worry, you don't have to do that. It's recording, you don't have to rush. We made you wait, so you can make us wait.
Superb, it's amazing.
You like the candies? I'll give you a lot, put it in your pocket, so you
Yeah.
remember that tomorrow, oh no, today you're going to give me my pictures.
Okay, yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
So, tears in her eyes, and but she
Yeah.
could act.
She could act, and she was a perfect casting for the film. And I knew if she's a part of the film, all the scenes will become real and organic. I don't have to do anything. I didn't do anything in the film. You know, direction and my work in the film is really overrated. I just captured them.
Cut it. Again. Sorry. Rolling. Okay.
So I knew she's the girl, and I knew if she becomes part of my film, all my scenes, the whole film will become very real and organic. I will not have to do anything.
I love the word you use, organic. This movie, when you see it, that's it, organic. Okay.
And that's what the chemistry was. It was
Yeah.
really organic.
Yeah.
And my job, I'm glad that they said they're praising me, but what I did was to capture their chemistry. My job in the film is really overrated. I didn't do anything. I just shot their chemistry in the best possible way. That's what I did.
Well, you made that chemistry for them because usually, how do you know there is a chemistry unless you make it happen? You put them together, you pick the
But that was
right
just the initial
face.
1 week exercise. That's it. I had to just get them there, and the chemistry happened on the screen, and then they knew it. For the whole film, it was a smooth journey after that.
You know, right now with what you just said, you gave so much hope to all those people of different countries, the stars of different countries, that nothing is impossible in Bollywood. You can come to Anurang Basu, if you don't speak it, he will make it real happen. It will be a reality movie. You gotta come up with some ideas of reality shows for people who love to come to Bollywood and do something in Bollywood and be exposed. You know, I'm one of those people that really does admire your work. I love your work. And Kites, everybody's waiting, especially what has happened in Kites for the first time that Hrithik is singing. It's just has become like a bombshell everywhere. How did they say Anu made Hrithik sing?
It was
You
always inside him. There's a big singer inside him. It's in his genes. I had to just bring it out.
Really? We didn't know that.
And if I wouldn't have done it, somebody else would have done it. But I'm glad that I did it, and I'll always be credited to do that. But in fact, he's a great singer. If not this film, maybe later, 2-3 films later, he would have sung because he's a great singer.
But how did you know he can sing? Just because of the way he was talking?
No.
Or maybe because in private he was mumbling and you heard?
The way he was singing, one of the parties, actually, me, my wife, Barbara, we all were there, and he started singing. He started singing one of the songs from Yaran, I remember. He started singing, and he was good. He was really good. And then I had this, and I really didn't want to have a playback
Singer.
voice on his face, and which really, most of the time I don't shoot singing with typical Bollywood song. I cannot shoot it comfortably. So I thought maybe, I requested Hrithik, why don't you sing that song? He said, are you mad or what? Well, no, Hrithik, let's do it, let's try, give it a try. And
But he agreed.
he didn't completely agree. He delayed the recording, 10 days. But you know what? All this 1 month when he delayed the recording for different various reasons he came up with, he was actually practicing at home. We never knew this.
Oh.
And he was actually rehearsing, and then the day came, he had to come and record because we were going. I said, "Do enough of cancelling the recording. We have to record because we are going for the outdoors." He came to the recording. He switched off all the lights. So nobody will see me singing. And then
Then he did it,
Yeah.
and you knew his rights.
Yes, superb.
Wow, that's another great thing that is coming out, Kites, because after this, he said he's singing in his next movie.
Yeah, he's
I
going to
said,
sing
thank
in
you,
every film
Anurang Basu. So you came, you brought another
Yeah.
singer to this world.
Yeah, a lot of singers actually catch my neck, you know.
So, are you satisfied? Have you seen the whole thing yourself? I mean, after done. How many
Lida,
times?
I am the maker of the film. I
know.
have to see it.
Yeah, but I mean, after you putting all the bits and pieces.
Yeah, I have to see it before showing it to anybody else. I have to see so many times myself. Come
So
on.
tell me, are you satisfied?
You know what? I cannot. I'm never satisfied. You know, I'm not satisfied with Gangster or Metro either. And there are some things when you see the whole film, and only I would know that. You know, there's some things in the film I could have done. But most of the time, I think when the director comes and says, "I'm completely happy," I think they're lying. You can never be completely happy with your creation. There's always something you want to improve. Otherwise, your growth will stop. In the Kites also, I think there are some things, you know, which after watching the whole film, it's a very minor thing. But as a whole, when I wrote the screenplay, when I thought about the film, and the final product is better than what I thought about. That I'm very happy about. You know, I never knew this film will, you know, while making the film, it will come here and will take this shape. I'm really glad about it now. It is.
We are very glad that you did this one, as usual, like your other successful works, and you're one of those directors that whatever you made the noise, good noise, from your first movie till this one, and now that next one is on the way, very soon.
Yep.
Can we talk about your next
I don't know why
project?
it's making still. I've not even started shooting. It's making more
So,
noise.
but you have something in mind, and I know you're starting some things, and we like to
Yeah.
know what are you doing now. What is your next project?
There was this story, you know, like so Kites took a lot of time, you know, 2.5 years, and I usually make films, a film in a year or 2 films in 1.5 years. That's my average, and so I most of the stories which after Kites I thought, what should I make next? And I went back to my old stories and diaries I had written, and most of the stories were looking stale to me. But this film and this story I had written, you know, 2-3 years back. It's still appealing me. I still want to make this film, and that's it. I just started writing the whole screenplay over it. It's just,
So very soon.
yeah, very soon. And I have done. Ranveer is on board now with this film, and the casting is done. And let's see.
So when are you planning to shoot your next movie? And is it going to be shot in Mumbai, or you're traveling and the reason is we want to follow you?
No, it's going to be shot in India.
Good.
Living in Mumbai. Now I'm not going out of country for this film, and it will be post monsoon. I think month of August or September. I think I want to start this film. Yeah.
That's great. Can we be there with our camera?
Yes, you can. Without camera, with camera.
With our camera.
With your camera, yeah, you can be always.
We
there
want to
without
have
your
this time. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras. One following you, one following one star, one following your star. To
Always,
do some.
Lida, you're most welcome.
Thank you. Well, it's always pleasure, Anurang Basu, to.
I love the way you say Anurang Basu.
Because I can never say like your friends say. I have accent. I'm trying to get rid of this accent, but it doesn't work. But I know one thing, Anu, when I go to
Call me
LA.
Anu. Why you don't call me? You
Okay.
started because you're
Okay,
doing this
Anuji.
interview become formal.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But every time I go to Los Angeles after visiting you guys, they say, how come your English has become Indian accent? I don't mind. I like it. But anyway, it's always pleasure. And we want to see lots of work from you. You're one of the most decent, honest, and talented directors.
3-4 more compliments. Lida, it's
No,
not
no,
enough
no,
now.
no. This is the
4.
truth, and
More. I want
I
more,
know you
Lida,
don't
come
need Hollywood, but Hollywood needs you guys. So I'm just thinking, very soon we're going to
I'm
see
flattered,
your
I'm
name
blushing.
everywhere. It's everywhere, but I'm talking about the other side of the world. It is there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kites is getting a lot of exposures in even in US, and I'm so happy because Kites is like so personal to me because all my best friends are
In Kites.
in Kites.
And we were all throughout the journey. I remember Lida was there when we were looking for the heroine, and she was there around, and she helped us with the casting. And
You're
yeah.
very sweet. Thank you so much. Any message for your fan out there?
Um,
So many good things happening, but I can't talk about it right now. I will talk about it after he starts shooting. Then we can talk about it, right? When you
Yeah.
start shooting.
yes.
For the first time, he's going to be a director for the first time doing something that nobody ever even thought about it.
Yeah, and
But
she's
we'll
again
talk about
helping
that
me.
later.
Again, she's helping me.
No, he's doing it himself. So any message for your fan out there?
Uh,
Fan of your work and people that love your work and they want to be in touch with you, work with you, advise.
Got it.
Yeah.
okay.
Rolling.
Now I have a very selfish message, to all my audiences. Please go and watch Kites, and go and sit in the theater, and just give me feedback. I am on Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. You can be in touch with me, and I'll get back to you.
And I have another selfish request. Please go watch Kites. I know you're going to enjoy it. It's guaranteed you'll enjoy it. You know Anurang Basu, you know Ritik, and you will know Barbara. Please be nice to Barbara. She's a sweetheart and she needs a lot of support. She's very nervous. She's excited at the same time. As Anuji said, Twitter, Facebook, follow him, give your opinions and let us know what you think about Kites. Well, we already love it. We're already watching all the promos. But thank you so much.
Thanks, Lida.
And also, good luck with all your television programs.
Yeah, I need
And
it.
most of all, your next project that I'm very excited. Hats off to you for doing it for the first time.
Thank you.
Let's put it in, people will know later. I did it on purpose to get
Yeah?
excited. Yeah, because